Intro. Hey there, science enthusiasts and curious minds. Have you ever wondered what would happen if we could make animals bigger? Imagine a world where cows are the size of elephants or chickens as big as ostriches. It might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but with advances in genetic engineering, it's not entirely impossible. Today, we're diving into the fascinating and controversial topic of creating larger animals through genetic modification. We'll explore the current state of genetic engineering, potential benefits, ethical concerns, and what the future might hold. So, let's get started on this journey into the world of supersized creatures. Main content first, let's talk about where we are now with genetic engineering. Scientists have already made significant strides in modifying animal genes. For example, they've created glow-in-the-dark fish and mosquitoes that can't transmit malaria. They've even produced pigs with leaner meat and cows that produce more milk. But creating larger animals? That's a whole different ballgame. Currently, most genetic modifications focus on changing specific traits or improving resistance to diseases. Making animals significantly larger would require altering multiple genes and complex biological systems. It's not as simple as just flipping a switch to make things bigger. Now, let's consider why someone might want to create larger animals in the first place. One potential benefit is increased food production. Imagine if we could produce more meat or milk from a single animal. This could help address food shortages and potentially reduce the environmental impact of livestock farming. Larger animals might also be useful in other industries. For instance, bigger sheep could produce more wool for textiles. Or larger horses could be more effective for certain types of work or transportation. But here's where things get tricky: the ethical concerns and potential drawbacks. First and foremost, we need to consider animal welfare. Would these larger animals experience pain or discomfort due to their size? Could they move around comfortably, or would they be constantly struggling? There's also the question of ecological impact. Introducing significantly larger animals into existing ecosystems could disrupt the balance of nature. They might require more food and resources, potentially outcompeting other species. We also need to think about the unintended consequences. What if these genetically modified animals escaped into the wild? Could they pose a threat to native species or even humans? Another important consideration is public opinion and acceptance. Many people are already wary of genetically modified organisms, GMOs, in their food. How would they feel about supersized animals? This leads us to the question of regulations and oversight. Currently, there are strict rules governing genetic modification in many countries. But as technology advances, these regulations may need to evolve. Looking to the future, we might see a range of scenarios play out. In one possible future, we could have carefully regulated super farms, producing oversized animals for specific purposes. These farms would be closely monitored to ensure animal welfare and prevent environmental impact. On the other hand, we might see a complete ban on size-increasing genetic modifications. Public concern and ethical considerations could lead to strict limitations on this type of research. A middle ground could involve allowing size increases only for certain species or within specific limits. This approach would aim to balance potential benefits with ethical and environmental concerns. As we consider these possibilities, it's crucial to involve various stakeholders in the conversation. Scientists, ethicists, policymakers, and the general public all have important perspectives to contribute. We also need to consider alternative solutions to the problems that larger animals might solve. For example, instead of creating bigger animals for more food, we could focus on reducing food waste or developing plant-based alternatives. Ultimately, the question of whether we should create larger animals through genetic engineering doesn't have a simple answer. It's a complex issue that touches on science, ethics, ecology, and social values. Outro. As we wrap up this exploration of supersized animals and genetic engineering, I hope you've gained some new insights. This topic raises fascinating questions about the limits of science and the responsibilities that come with such power. What do you think? Should we pursue the creation of larger animals, or are the risks too great? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video interesting, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more science and technology discussions. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep exploring the incredible world of science.